I just got to know, bro. So for real, your personal top
My
five
personal
R&B
and
albums.
it's funny because I'm not the quote unquote R&B connoisseur, but the ones that seem to have stuck with me. First one being Poison, BBD.
Okay, yeah, okay.
In controversial fashion, I would say TP2.com, 12 Play 2, R. Kelly.
Ooh, that's very, very controversial. My bad. Very controversial. And now,
Yeah, still.
does that? So, what you know that he was doing in this time while he was making that music, does it affect how you feel towards the music?
Not necessarily because I don't think
Because
he was, because I don't even think in the music, it's nuanced for me because I don't think in music he was actually seeing, even if his inspiration, that wasn't my reasoning for listening to it. And I wasn't listening to it under the context that he was singing to underage women. But if we start going down that realm, there's other artists out there that have questionable lyrics at best.
oh, definitely,
That you could
very true.
that you could talk about that were outright talking to women under 18, under 17.
Yeah, like Chuck Berry.
So
like your man Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't like.
I understand
But
it.
I don't like anybody's stands for like not fucking with the guy Robert. Robert's still Robert, and Robert still needs to get what's coming to him. But the man was talented. You can't really take that away. Now everything else around it, if you choose not to listen to it, that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
Personally, he ain't getting paid for none of this shit. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in the situation that he's in now.
Big facts. Big fucking facts. I think it's still great music. I think it's still amazing music to listen to. I can see where people's like, nah, I can't listen to that anymore, knowing what he could be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I can get where people come from on that side, and then I get where people come from when they saying it's just good music. And I don't see it like that. When I'm thinking of it, when I'm listening to it, I'm not thinking about young girls. That's just not what I'm doing. And so I get both sides of it. But I definitely think if you were to just vilify every artist, that's done some questionable things or done wrong things, you would take a lot of music away. Like Chuck Berry, man. Chuck Berry's the fucking father of rock and roll. Yeah. And that man was doing some crazy shit, bro. I was listening to some Chuck Berry interviews and some Chuck Berry, like what shit he did in his life. Man, at one point in time, he had like a whole fucking video surveillance set up in the women's bathroom.
I remember, yeah, I did see that shit. Yeah.
Bro, like, what? Bro, that is fucking wild, bro. He had like perfect angles of them peeing, using the bathroom, and he didn't just like pause it when kids came in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chuck Berry was a deviant, okay? So, if we cancel R. Kelly, and you're not listening to R. Kelly, you can't listen to Chuck Berry. And I'm telling you, there's more and more down the list that you can't listen to. But alright, what's the next one?
Crazy, Sexy, Cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Crazy, Sexy, Cool, top to bottom, flawless album. Kaleidoscope Dreams.
Ooh, okay. Oh, wow. That's new.
That's that shit, though.
That's almost... That's that
shit, though. Fuck. That fifth one is where it's getting tricky for me. I want to introduce... I want it to be another female artist.
Okay.
I don't want to cop out and say Aaliyah.
Oh, okay. Aaliyah's definitely a good one, but I can definitely see why. I feel like a lot of people put her on the list.
I mean, also you have because what's sitting on me right now is Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Do you consider that an R&B
Absolutely.
album? Okay.
Or okay. But you know what? You know what I'm gonna go with for today and how I'm feeling. Share My World.
You talking about Mary J. Blige? Yeah. Ooh, that's a good album, man.
Sure.
I remember my dad listened to that shit, man. My dad used to play the shit out that album.
My mom and my pops for sure to have that shit ringing in '97. I know people seem to defer to My Life.
Yeah, I think everybody loves it. Yeah,
I think the thing with My Life is that there's a lot of covers on there.
True.
So
True.
Because I think what they say about that album back then is that she was having writer's block when it came around to the sophomore project, so that's why she was doing a lot of covers, and then that's how you get Faith Evans in there.
True.
Because Faith Evans was penning a lot of songs for her, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what they say. But yeah, no, that's the 5 I'm rolling with for today. What I said: Poison, TP2.com, Crazy Sexy Cool, Kaleidoscope Dream, Share My World. I think that's a solid 5 for my generation, my peer group of coming up. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm confident with those 5.
I think definitely some of them are like a little bit just too old for me. Where my mom and dad, like, they were definitely listening to Mary J. Blige, but I mean, like, for me, like, what I remember, like, really growing up, and I think that's what's going to definitely influence my list a little bit more, like Confessions, bro. Confessions is definitely in my top 5. Confessions was playing all the time when I was a kid.
You know why I didn't name Confessions? Don't think that wasn't, like, that didn't come across my wavelength. And then one could call me a hypocrite because I put Crazy Sexy Cool in there. But fucking, because Confessions sold too many albums.
It sold too many albums?
And it sold too many.
I can see what you mean.
It sold too many albums at a time where I was, because at least with Crazy Sexy Cool, I was still only, 7? So I still, I remember when Waterfalls and Red Light Special up there like that. But Confessions, I I'm of age. That was 04, so I was 15. I was 15 going on 16 when Confessions came out. That's actually the first concert I ever been to.
Wow.
Because I told you about my Kanye connection, right? So Kanye was opening up. So we got
for Usher.
So we got the free tickets to go to the show.
Wow. That's dope. I didn't know that was your first concert.
My first concert was Kanye was the Confessions tour. Kanye opened it up.
Was the Confessions tour with Kanye
but Usher, up. But I said it to say Usher gave a damn good show. Like, it's the same shit. Actually, it's the same shit that happened to me at Broccoli City 3 years ago. I thought I was going to see my nigga Nipsey, which I was. I didn't realize I was also going to see Miguel.
Ooh, that's a concert right there.
That nigga put on
that's a fucking concert.
Fucking show. I could do without all the hip whining, but the hip whining and grinding ain't for me. So
yeah, I get it. He doing it for the other fans that screaming real loud in the
right. But you said
Confessions. Album I want to say, but it's not. I can't put it on the list just for me personally. Thriller. I think Thriller is an amazing album, and I can listen to it, but it doesn't resonate with me like I know for the older generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a fucking all-time great album, but for me, it just doesn't like resonate with me as much as I feel like it should.
It's 40 years old. Which one? Yeah, it's 40 years old, and it still has like pop stuff in there. So honorable mention to Thriller, but
So all right, definitely Confessions, hands down. So for me, Control by SZA, definitely a newer album, but that album is so good, bro.
That's solid
from top to bottom. Even with the interludes in there, that album is so freaking
all
good.
Time?
Yes, bro. For me, all time. I can listen to that album with no problem anytime you want to put it on.
I haven't listened to it in a while, but I do need to go revisit.
To me, it's an all-time album. So people are saying, like, what's that album by, what's that girl that everybody, when it first came out, everybody was like, oh, this is going to be a classic album. It's going to be a classic album. And I listened to it now, and I'm like, it's some good songs on there, but it's not like a classic. What's her name? The one with London on the track that he did all the songs.
Oh, Summer Walker?
Summer Walker. People was raving over that, but I don't think it's going to be an all-time album. Control.
Summer Walker shit not even better than Ari Lennox, so.
I can agree. So we're going with Confessions, Control. For me, I love Mariah Carey's Butterfly. Definitely can listen to it at any time. Great album to me personally. And then for me, this is where it kind of gets hard because this is where like the older music that I grew up listening to and then the music that I hear now, I'm like, I don't know which one is better type thing. I think a very underrated album is Dream's Love and Hate.
That's the first one.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
first
going to tell you what I had the problem with Dream. Because that's the one that has I Love Your Girl and falsetto and all that.
Yeah. That's
actually, it's actually a pretty good album. What I have the problem with Dream in his songwriting is that he curses too much. And I don't like when the niggas that can actually sing be cursing. It's just not my thing. And I'm talking about like when they give off the rapper swag when they're trying to be abrasive like a rapper is.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
That's why. See, because on the flip side, I like the fact that Ty Dolla $ign curses the way he does. I also don't think Ty Dolla $ign can sing. So I think
he's not like a singer. That's
he can't
true.
Sing. So I fuck with Ty. Actually, if I'm to take anything, or if I want to give an honorable mention, I want to give an honorable mention to Beach House. Not the Beach House. Not the Beach House EP or the Beach House 3. I'm talking about the one that came out in 2012.
The original Beach
House. I played that shit
the original
so much.
Oh yeah, that's a good album.
That's
a good album.
So, but where are we at? You said Confessions, Control,
Confessions, Control, Butterfly by Mariah Carey, The Dreams, Love and Hate, and then last but not least is Fearless by Jasmine Sullivan. When she sang Lions, Tigers, and Bears, oh man, bro! To this day, that song still moves me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew, I'm not scared of loving you. I can perform at a sold out affair. That's right, but I'm still scared of loving you. Yo, that song. Whew. I mean, there's some other fucking bangers on that thing as well. What's the song with him and with her and Missy Elliott? That's on there too.
You triggered a thought. I completely also forgot to bring. I should have, because I didn't put enough thought to this list clearly. Because another honorable which I want to replace, but Late Nights and Early Mornings by Marsha Ambrosia. Yeah,
that's super underrated.
Very, very. What is it? Your Hands? That shit is hard.
Damn, that's super underrated.
But Jasmine Sullivan, I have not listened to the first solo because that's her first solo, I think.
Yeah, that's 2008. Yeah. That's 2008 Fearless, right?
So I have to go back and give it a spin one time. I don't even know why I did.
Yeah, because that's right before I got to high school. That's like my seventh, 8th grade year.